Namaste. In today's class, let us study the various statutory bodies to prescribe accounting standards. Mainly, there are three statutory bodies. The first one is National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standards, or NACAS. Then second one, National Financial Reporting Authority, NFRA. And third one, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, ICAI. So these three statutory bodies play a major role in formulating and execution of accounting standards. NACAS, National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standards. It is a body set up under Section 210 of 210A of the Companies Act 1956 by the Government of India. So what is its major duty? It advises the central government. It advises the central government on the formulation and laying down of accounting policy and accounting standards for adoption by the companies. So, for the companies, the government has to advise or formulate, or they have to give certain policies or accounting standards. So, while giving that, it has to consider the advices of National Advisory Committee on Accounting Standards. So, NACAS helps the government or advises the government in formulation and laying down of accounting policies, correct, which are followed by the companies. So, as you know, the NACAS has to advise the central government. So, there are members, who are knowledgeable. So this is a committee where this is a statutory body where it gathers all the information which are related to accounting standards and policies. So we should be extra careful while selecting the members for this statutory body. So who are the members of NACAS? Chairperson, a chairman will be there, who shall be a person of eminence, well versed in accountancy, finance, business administration, business law, economics, or similar discipline. So, an expert in these fields will be selected as a chairperson. Clear? He is a chairman because he knows everything regarding law, economics, accountancy, finance, everything, right? Okay. Then others are the members. So, one chairperson who is a person of eminence, expert, who is an expert. Remaining are the members. See, one member each nominated by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So ICAI. So one member has to be nominated by ICAI. Another one, Institute of Cost and Works Accountants. And another one, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. So three persons come here because they represent each institution. Next, one representative each from the central government, Reserve Bank of India, Comptroller and Audit General of India to be nominated by it. So one representative from central government, because from government side, uh, one should be there to see all the decisions which are made. Then RBI, one should be there, and Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So three from this. Then, a person who holds or has held the office of Professor in Accountancy, Finance, or Business Management in any university or deemed university. So, there should be a professor from the academic side, who is a professor who teaches the accountancy, finance, or business management from any university in India. He is a member. Then, the chairman of the CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, or his nominee. So there is a representation from the tax side also. Then two members to represent the chambers of commerce and industry to be nominated by the central government of India. So you know Chamber of Commerce, right? Chamber of Commerce and Industry. From there, two members should be selected. And they should be nominated by central government. Two. One representative of the SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India, to be nominated by it. Clear? So when you see the composition, you'll understand it represents all the major, dimensions of finance, industry, commerce, everything, right? So these are the members of NACAS. The second institute, statutory body is NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority. So NFRA is an independent regulator. Okay, so NFRA is an independent regulator or controller to oversee the auditing profession and accounting standards in India under Companies Act 2013. So the recent Companies Act, after 1956, it is Companies Act 2013. So according to that, NFRA was founded. So it is an independent regulator to oversee auditing profession and accounting standards. Its focus is that. It came into existence in October 2018. Okay, so the second one is NFRA. Next, the third one. Okay, let's see the functions of NFRA. So NFRA makes recommendation to central government. Same thing. It gives the recommendation or suggestions to central government on formulation of accounting, auditing policies and standards. Okay. Then monitoring and enforcing the accounting and auditing standards compliance. So whether the companies are following the auditing standards. So it can be dealt by NFRE. So monitoring and enforcing. Then oversee the service quality of associated professions, ensuring compliance with such standards and suggesting improvement measures if required. So the professionals will be working with that, right? Standards. So what NFRA does, it oversees the service quality, whether they are giving good service quality while complying with the standards, right? And if there are any improvements, NFRA can suggest to maintain the better quality. Performing such other functions related to the above function. So anything which is related to accounting standard and auditing standards are even dealt by NFRA. The powers of NFRA. What NFRA can do? Investigating into professional or other misconduct committed by any member of the chartered accountants. Okay, any member or any firm of the chartered accountants. If CS commit any mistakes or misconduct, so this can be investigated by NFRA. Same powers as civil court. So it has got the power as a civil court on trying to suit the following respect. So discovery and production of books of accounts or other documents. So books of account can be verified. Okay, summoning and enforcing attendance of person and examining them on oath. Inspection of any books, registers, and any other documents of persons mentioned above. So this can be checked by NFRA. NFRA has got the powers to do that, right? The third one is the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India or ICAI. ICAI has constituted a body called Accounting Standards Board. So ICAI is a very big statutory body. Okay, it controls everything related to accounts. Here, for maintaining a separate board called Accounting Standards Board, it gives larger, in the sense, it gives a more importance to the Accounting Standards Board in the formulation of accounting standards. Okay, as ICAI has various functions, so one of the function is formulating the accounting standards. For that purpose, it has created the Accounting Standards Board. So ASB was set up in 1977. So ICAI is a major institute or the statutory body to control accounting standards. So it has created ASB. So let us see what ASB does on behalf of ICAI. Objective, scope or functions of ASB. The main function of ASB is to formulate accounting policies. So accounting standards, creation of accounting standards. While formulation of standards, ASB has to consider applicable laws, customs, social and business environment. So while formulating that, it will take into consideration all these things. Then only it can formulate the standards. ASB has to give due consideration to IAS issued by IASC from time to time to develop own standards in the light of conditions and practices being followed in India. So it has to give more importance to international accounting standard also issued by International Accounting Standards Committee. Okay, because there should be convergence between the international standards and Indian standards. So when there are changes, it has to give due consideration while formulating Indian accounting standards, right? So these days the convergence is going on, but it has not been implemented. In the sense, it has not become mandatory or came into the force. Okay, it is in the process of convergence of Indian accounting standards to international accounting standards, right? So ASB has to give importance to international accounting standards, right? And it has to compare with the Indian standards. If there are any changes, it can make. The Accounting Standard Board (ASB) has to persuade the accounting professionals and preparers of financial statement to adopt them. Persuade. It has to motivate the accounting professionals to adopt the accounting standards while preparing the financial statements. Accounting Standard Board has to issue guidance notes on accounting standards. So how to consider this? So which are the changes that we are supposed to make while preparing the financial statements? So it has to give guidance notes. Then to review all accounting standards from time to time. So to review. So when accounting standard has been issued, it has to review it, whether there are any changes, whether any improvements has to be made. So from time to time, so once in a year or twice in a year, or it has to see at regular intervals. Okay, it has to review all the accounting standards from time to time. So is that clear? There are three major statutory bodies. Okay, in association with the accounting standards in India. Study all these things. Then later in the next class, let us go through all the accounting standards issued. Right? Thank you.